Good evening, everyone. Myself, Shauradip Odhikari. It's an absolute pleasure to welcome you all to this enlightening webinar organized by Modak Trainer Academy. Today, we are diving into a topic that is reshaping the world around us: artificial intelligence in action, transforming industries and everyday life. Artificial intelligence is silently powering the world, and today we have the golden opportunity to understand its profound impact from a true expert in this field. It is my great honor to introduce our esteemed speaker, Dr. Ankita Pramanik, a distinguished academician and researcher in electronics and telecommunication engineering. She is currently an associate professor at IIEST Shibpur, and her incredible journey in academia and research is nothing short of inspiring. With degrees from Jadavpur University, IISc Bangalore, and IIEST Shibpur, she has made remarkable contributions to the fields of medical image processing, neural networks, wireless communication, and sensor signal processing, etc. Beyond her academic excellence, Dr. Pramanik has an impressive 15 plus years of professional experience in research and teaching. She has served as a scientist at the Central Research Laboratory, Bharat Electronics Limited, where she contributed significantly to research and innovation. Her dedication to advancing technology has been recognized with numerous prestigious awards, including the IEEE Kolkata Based Volunteer Award 2023, the IBM Global University Program Academic Award 2020, the BEL Research Development Excellence Award 2011, and other multiple Best Paper Awards. Additionally, she has been a driving force in promoting women in technology, serving as the chairperson of IEEE Women in Engineering, Kolkata Section 2023. Dr. Pramanik's extensive research and contributions have made her a true thought leader in the field of AI and emerging technologies. Today, she is going to guide us through the transformative role of artificial intelligence in industries and our daily lives. So, without further delay, let's welcome our today's eminent speaker, distinguished guest speaker, Dr. Ankita Pramanik, with a big round of applause. Ma'am, we are truly honored to have you with us today. I humbly request, please start your valuable lecture. Over to you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Odhikari, and good evening to all present. Thank you, Mr. Odhikari, for such a kind introduction. I think you have said too much about me. I'm not that a big shot as you have said. Let us start with the presentation. Um, the topic I have chosen for today's talk is AI in action, transforming industries and everyday life. So we will be looking into the introduction to the topic and is everything rosy in AI, that is artificial intelligence. And often we come across the terms like artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. What are these? How are they related to each other? Then we will look into AI in everyday life and the various applications of AI. Before we start with the presentation, I would like to ask everyone, have you noticed these things? Whenever you want to input certain parameters or some values, we will be often coming across these things. CAPTCHA. What are these? Completely automated public Turing tests to tell computers and humans apart. So these CAPTCHAs, which are often annoying to us, is also an integral part of our today's life. Whenever we want to, say, access the bank page or pay bills, often we have to click on these notifications. So I particularly chose the topic on AI today. It is because the 2024 Physics Nobel Prize to John J. Hoffield and Jeffrey Hinton is a nod to the acceptance of the ubiquitous application of artificial intelligence in today's lives. So now what it has become is that if we want to prove ourselves human, we need not love and care for others. What do we have to do? Select all images with traffic lights or click on the captcha. Such is the effect of artificial intelligence in our lives. Now, what is this artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence, or in Bengali we call it Kritrim Medha, is basically we are training machines to reason like human beings. As of now, the training is very high and very powerful, but still replication of human brain has not been possible. So how these algorithms work, to have a feel, on the leftmost side, as you can see, this is the image of 8. Now I know this is 8, you know this is 8, but does the computer know that it is 8? The very process by which the computer becomes aware that it is 8 is what is the application of artificial intelligence. The images in computers, or as a matter of fact, any data in computer, say real image of the digit 8, even if I have to type this text, everything is stored in ones and zeros called bits. So just for a simple example, when we look at this 8 and just breaking it down into the array form, that is how the images are basically stored in two-dimensional array. And when we say two-dimensional array, basically it is the values or the pixels, the values of at those particular location that is being stored. This is a very simple case where we are saying wherever this bold occurrences are there of the numeral, let us assume it to be 1. And wherever it is not there, say here, 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 or here, we are putting 0. So now when the computer has to see, so now when we are talking of artificial intelligence, I'm saying using the term computer has to see. So that is,
Excuse me, madam.
yes.
Acha, oh, now it's okay. Previously, it was not visible. Dr. Bokshi was telling me. Now it's visible.
No, it is
Okay.
okay. Just continue.
So was it not visible from the beginning or just this part?
Yes,
No,
yes.
no, no.
Previous slides were
It is
not visible.
visible
Now it's
from the
visible.
beginning.
Thank you.
Okay. So basically, I started off with this. This is the captcha. Then we went to this. And this is how we think of the numbers ones and zeros, the eights. Now, is it visible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is how the digits are possible visible. This ones and zeros, ones and zeros. This is how the computer sees. So computer sees the now when I say I'm using the term computer is saying, basically I'm imparting vision to the computer. So this can be called as computer vision. So as you can see, the when the computer it will parse or it will check, so it is going through 0 and it sees 1, then it sees 1. So whatever be the, now if we look at this image, I can see this is a smiley face. To the computer, if we give this 8 or this smiley face, it doesn't matter. Only thing it matters to it is the arrangement of the zeros and ones. See, the eyes over here are marked as 1, the nose 1, and the smile is marked as 1. This is the process by which computer sees. See, when we are using this, even this Google Meet, this is basically an application of artificial intelligence. So whatever it is, the computer has to see, that is the computer vision, and everything is in the forms of 1 and 0 over here. Now, when we look at this image, so what can we see over here? It's a picture of a baby. That is what we can see as human beings. But what the computer sees or what the artificial intelligence algorithm sees is, instead of this baby's head, it is seeing 55, 73, 72, 100 like this. So how we are seeing, how the computer or how we are making the machine see these numbers, interpret these numbers and work on these numbers, that is what is the job of artificial intelligence. Now, the brain versus computer question. So, in artificial intelligence, we compare the brain to the computer, and our job is to replicate the brain and its functionality. So, as we have already discussed, the brain can see this image as it is, but the computer can only see it to be clusters of ones and zeros. So, what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is a field of study that encompasses various other domains like computer science, cognitive science, psychology, philosophy, linguistics, neuroscience, etc. And this is part science, part engineering. And nowadays, it is not just stopping at science and engineering, it is encompassing elements of humanities also. So the ethics of AI is becoming a big question these days. And the study of artificial intelligence requires study of other domains. For example, if we have to write code for artificial intelligence implementation, we need to have knowledge of coding system. And suppose if I want to detect what is wrong with this baby, or if the baby is perfectly fine or not, I will require the study of or my knowledge of medicine. So basically, whatever field we need to implement, we need knowledge of those things also. And artificial intelligence rests on the belief that the brain is a form of biological computer, and the mind or the thinking process that we do are nothing but computation. So artificial intelligence has had a concrete impact on the society, but other areas of computer science, for this impact is often felt. And let us see, and it has disrupted the technology and what we see in today's life. The application of artificial intelligence in real life is diverse. Healthcare, automobile, finance, surveillance, social media, entertainment, education, space exploration, gaming, robotics, agriculture, e-commerce, everything is today guided by artificial intelligence. Now, is everything very rosy with this artificial intelligence domain? This is a picture of Mark Zuckerberg that he had uploaded. This picture apparently broke the internet. Why? This is a very simple picture of Mark Zuckerberg uploading his photo. But why does this picture draw widespread attention of the world? It is because of the laptop, not just the laptop, this small tape over here. Do we see here? Where there is a place for webcam and microphone, Zuckerberg has taped it. Why did he tape it? It is because the algorithms, these webcams, they can be affected by spywares, and unknowing to us, they can record our images, transmit our images, videos, etc. So though artificial intelligence is a boon, sometimes how we use it, that's what makes it more tricky. So, and it broke the internet. Various news items, Mark Zuckerberg masks Mac, webcam, microphone, etc. So this became a huge highlight. Another important thing that broke the internet was the comment by IBM CEO Arvind Krishna. Arvind Krishna mentioned that I could easily see 30% of the workforce getting replaced by AI, artificial intelligence. So, why and how is this possible? It is because IBM IBM is well known for its software capabilities, software services. But apart from that, IBM got early in 2004 to 2011. IBM started developing its own supercomputer. It named it Watson. And this Watson is so highly trained that it can replace almost all the low level jobs. Low level jobs in the sense the basic coding, it can just repetitively do using Watson. And if you have any query regarding patent, IBM can even do it. This IBM Watson can do it. It can correct your documents. It can file the documents. It can even set your calendar apart. Everything can be done by this supercomputer Watson. And these are what has led to job replacement. And Bill Gates recently, I think last month, Bill Gates said that only three jobs will survive AI. So basically, AI is, if we say the market, it is that only three jobs will survive AI, that way it can be grim. But again, if we adopt AI, the three jobs which Bill Gates mentions, one is the job in the AI domain, the other is the job in the energy sector, and third is in the job of medicine or biology. So we have to adapt ourselves very quickly, or else all of us might face joblessness. So let us now look into the various definitions of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. So as we have already discussed, artificial intelligence, branch of computer science devoted to creating systems to perform tasks that ordinarily require human intelligence, and it is creation of intelligent machines that work and react like humans. Artificial intelligence, these algorithms, they can reason, plan, learn, and even process language just like humans. And they can also have the ability to manipulate objects. Manipulate objects means, suppose if I give this image, or if I give this image to AI and I tell him, he replaced the face of Bill Gates with another person, say Mark Zuckerberg, and that is what artificial intelligence can give it to you. So this is the big circle that we see over here is what is artificial intelligence. So basically it is the process by which computers are equipped with the ability to reason as humans. And within this domain, we have machine learning, where computers are equipped with the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. And deep learning, where the network is capable of adapting itself to new data. For deep learning, we have to feed very large sets of data, and often the data size will run into millions or billions. Machine learning is subfield of artificial intelligence, and it mainly deals with feature engineering. Here, we use algorithms to learn from data and make informed decisions based on what it has learned. Suppose if I give the machine learning algorithm to choose, if I give the algorithm few images, suppose I'm giving this image to the machine learning algorithm. There are three different sets of images. So the job of the machine learning can be you tell me if this is a cat or a dog or lion. So the machine learning, the core aspects are it recognizes the patterns or rules. in a large amount of data and transfers these rules to unknown situations. They often work with statistical tools to form a pattern recognition. So what do we do? The expert knowledge or the human knowledge is also essential for all these feature engineering. So for machine learning, it may take help of the texture. Texture. So this is 1010. This can be, if we in the crudest form, these are the differing textures. This box, if we see towards the right, and this box over towards the right, they can be the texture. And histogram is the simplest thing where we plot the probability of occurrence of a particular value with respect to all the values. And based on that, we can make a classification. So suppose the classification job is as simple as recognizing the shapes, whether it is hexagonal, square, or triangle. The expert knowledge is essential in the sense is because this shape is linked to hexagon. That is what the expert has to tell. Or this shape is linked to square. That is where the expert knowledge comes into play. Now let us look at this let us look at this particular example where we are giving a set of images to the machine learning program. So the machine learning program identifies this picture as domestic dog, with 92% probability, wolf with 7% probability, fox with 0.2, and horse with 0.01%. So that means, as we can see from here, that this, any question?
No, ma'am, you continue.
Okay. So that means this network is well trained. Now, let us look at this particular example where, what is this image? This image is of a lioness, but the algorithm detects this image as domestic cat with 70% probability, lion with 10% probability, leopard with 5% probability, and cheetah with 2% probability. So that means the labels or the training is not proper. So the image was retrained again, where now it identifies it to be domestic cat with 40%, lion with 40%. So that means the training is not yet fully complete, because as we train more and more, the lion should at least go above 90% and domestic cat should come below 10%. As we can see in this particular case where the image of the dog is identified as dog 92% of the time. So this is what the job of machine learning or artificial intelligence is. We have to train and retrain the network until and unless we get the desired result. So deep learning. Now, deep learning is another subfield of machine learning. Here, no feature engineerings are not used, but instead, we design the algorithm such that the algorithm learns on its own the best features to classify the provided data. And based on that, it creates structures, algorithms to create artificial neural networks, and it can learn and make its own decision. So now suppose this is the image of a man that is given to the algorithm. So the image is, as you can see in various movies, we have seen that, or even in the Facebook, when people upload photos, the tagging option, it asks that tag this friend, tag that friend. How is that possible? It is possible because of the magic of artificial intelligence. It performs face recognition. So for deep learning, we give this photo to the algorithm. The algorithm will learn the facial contours, the other contours, the eyes, the distance between this eyes, nose, the distance between the brows, etc. And uh, based on that, it will create a matrix and it will keep learning that, okay, and the machine learning algorithm or the deep learning or AI algorithm will be very much trained if multiple images of the same person can be given. So the algorithm, so as and when it learns it from more and more images, the algorithm becomes more robust. So deep learning, it is done usually with the help of convolutional neural network. Convolutional neural network makes use of the filters, and from that it keeps on learning. So let us just look at this particular example. What are the differences? So features can be the intensity, the color profile, the edge profile, etc. And based on that, the machine learning algorithms can be various k-neighbor, nearest neighbor, SVM, support vector machine, random forest, etc. Based on that, the features can be done. This is a simple machine learning tech. These are simple machine learning techniques. But when it comes to deep learning, it sends the images through these various layers called the convolutional layers, and the internal layers are called the deep layers, where it keeps the algorithm keeps learning on its own. So artificial neural network is inspired from biology, where we configure the neurons to perform specific tasks. This neuron term is taken directly as a one-to-one correspondence with the neurons from the actual brain. Here, the neural network acquires the knowledge through learning, and it contains large number of artificial into the neurons arranged in series. So these connections, they can be called as neurons, these nodes and these interconnections between the various nodes. As you can see, this is a basic example of training a network. And we are dealing here with two-part classification. So this artificial intelligence network, here we are giving as input multiple images of rose and multiple images of orchid. And we are telling the network to learn on its own that what are the features are there that the machine should look for if it has to identify rose. So what it does is it puts the images of rose in one particular folder and the images of orchid in another folder, and it tells this network, we tell the network, go look into the rose folder, study all the images of the rose, and learn what are the features that are essential for a flower to be called as rose. And for the orchid, we tell it, go learn the features what are essential for calling it to be orchid. So what the neural network will do is that, or the AI network will do, it will see, look into these images, and then probably it might say, okay, is it in multiple worlds, and probably the color can also be a factor over here as one of the learning features. Then the shape of these petals, the flower petals, they're entirely different. So here they're arranged in a ring or circular fashion, and in orchid it is more a bit open compared to the roses. So it keeps on learning on based on these features. So next time, suppose if I give this particular image, so basically what I'm doing over here, I'm training the network. In the next time, we will be testing the network. While testing, we will give one image to this network, and I will see if it is able to identify the image as rose. If it is able to identify the test image as rose, we know that our job of training the network is complete, and then we can use it for real-time applications. Similarly, that if we see that, similarly, if we consider another case where we train the network by giving multiple images of bird, dogs, and cats. Suppose that network has been trained. Now I'm giving this image of a bird, and it is able to identify this image as bird. So that means my network is fully trained and it has identified the image correctly. So the artificial intelligence of the deep neural networks has various layers. The first is the input layer. Input layer where it takes on the image. Then the next comes the hidden layers. These hidden layers are where the main feature learning and training processes go on. And this is the output layer. We are looking at a very simple application of artificial intelligence where its job is just classification. That is, it has to give the option as dog, bird, or cat. Or it can be other applications also. Or if we can say that replace the color of the wings with, say, black color. The AI network can be so trained that it has to first identify this as bird, then it has to identify this regions as wings, and then it can replace these colors as with the desired color, say black. So that can be also a job of artificial intelligence. So this is what has changed our life. This with this basic concept, let us see how AI is touching our everyday life. It's very amazing how we are using AI in our daily life without even realizing that it is what AI is doing for us. Smart home systems. Many of the persons present here today have been abroad, or even many of them have smart home systems now. So what do? We say, Alexa, switch on the fan. Alexa, change the music. Or these things are what the smart home does. Or we switch on the AC, we put it in sleep mode, so it automatically adjusts how much cooling is required. These are all applications of AI. The smartphone that we are using daily, the chats, the calls, the profiles, everything, even the social media, everything are all the applications of AI in our life. So the smartphone feature, our finger lock opening system. Everyone, we use finger lock system. Most of us, we use finger lock system. So in this finger lock system, if we are, it will recognize only our fingerprint and not the others. So that is what, so this finger, as we can see over here, it has got different minutiae. So these things, it identifies the words, the arrangement of these lines, the AI algorithm identifies, and based on that, it locks or unlocks the phone. So that brings us to the important question of data privacy and security. So artificial intelligence can be used for securing our data. Many of you who are having SBI account or other bank accounts, you when you suppose want to open the, say, their app Yono, you only need one app Yono, so it will ask for those password authentication. Or when we go and use the ATM machine, we put in the OTP or these values. So these things are where the data privacy, security, everything is securely maintained. Again, there comes the case of cyber attacks, where people will call us posing as fraudsters and take some information from us, and based on that, they can guess our passwords, etc., and then they can attack us. So we need to be very vigilant about these bad applications of artificial intelligence. Now, recommendation. So when we use this Facebook, it suggests that add friend, and it may show you people based on our mutual friends, based on our common tastes, etc. And it can this whenever we are browsing, suppose I am searching for say I'm searching for rice, some basmati rice I have searched, and then when I go to open some Google News, so it will keep me bombarding with Kohinoor brand or Dawat brand. It will keep on showing me the content on rice. So this is what artificial intelligence is doing. It is seeing what we are searching. It is keeping in mind the same thing, and it is showing us our ads or personalized content based on our browsing history. So this recommendation becomes very essential, so for people who want to use this Amazon Prime, etc., based on their viewing history, or even in YouTube. or whenever we watch certain videos, so based on a viewing history, it gives us recommendations on what video to watch next. The shopping portal, they make use of this. We search from one item and it will show multiple brands and products with the same or similar items. Another important application of artificial intelligence is how it revolutionized the world of finance. Banking has now become just a job of we're doing from smartphone. Initially, we had to go to bank, even check dropping, withdrawing money. The tailor used to write on a piece of paper, and we had to send the papers back and forth. And but as we can see, the NEFT, etc., it has become so easy by the help of this artificial intelligence. Sitting at home, we can certainly do NEFT. Many people visit bank these days only once, that to give the Jivan Praman, and that has also been automated. It may not be essential. And even when people go to give the Jivan Praman, you have to give your fingerprint, you have to give your photograph, and you have to sign, and all those things are processed based on AI algorithms. E-commerce is another application. Whenever we want to buy certain products, say Amazon, it will say how the product looks in your home. These features are all advanced applications of artificial intelligence. So this is one more of bit application of AI. It is the painting which AI has generated. It has learned the styles of the various world-renowned painters, and based on that learning, it has created the image of the same girl in the style of the great masters. Movie, Avatar, or even the simple other movies, they make use of AI daily. Agriculture is one of the fastest growing application of AI. Almost all the job, how much depth these machines will go, how much chemicals will be sprayed, everything is controlled by AI. Gaming, everything is so fantastic just because of this artificial intelligence. We started off by playing the Snake Zenzia in mobile, which was also an application of AI, and now we have got so many sophisticated games. Astronomy, which star is coming, how much close to Earth, how far it is, everything calculation has become so easy because of this AI. Sitting here, we could see how the rover landed on the moon. Supply chain, industries and everything, automation, everything has been revolutionized just by the application of artificial intelligence. Another application in Kolkata, people who are staying, we are so bogged down by traffic, but this traffic and everything is AI regulated. This small video that I have put over here, this basically is another application of AI where we can count the number of vehicles passing through intersection. So having these algorithms or better algorithms, we can design better signaling system, how the routing should be done during busy time, etc. And basically the signals, etc., the how many seconds it has to be turned off and in what direction, everything is controlled by AI. And another application, this customer service and chat bots that we have daily. You want to book a ticket, the chatbot will be there to help you. Most of the agencies, most of the service providers, say our telecom service providers, flight ticketing agencies, etc. These days they are all relying on chatbots. So it is wonderful in a way, and it is worse also, because the chatbots, they are not so trained properly, and if we have some particular specific questions, often the consumers, they face irritation, they face problems. And what sort of questions to ask again? That is also very tricky. So I think that is one area where the AI needs to develop itself. But again, this is also painting a very sorry picture where the job of the previous ticketing agencies. So we were initially very used to, when we'll be picking up a call and we'll say, "Hello, I'm so and so. How may I help you today?" So that is what is being replaced by AI, which says, "Hello, I'm so and so. How may I help you today?" So this is what is like life is becoming. We are so much dependent on AI now. We have eaten away the jobs of many people, and we are just talking to machines to get our problems solved. AI in education. AI in education is played a revolutionary role, especially during the COVID period, where people in the faraway places, they were learning with the help of Google Meet and other virtual media. And it is that at that time it revolutionized, or it opened the concept where students here in India started taking courses abroad. And probably that is what has led to another sorry state where we see the students in the master degree field, the seats are lying empty because most of the people are flocking to the Western countries for education. AI in healthcare is another very important aspect. So, AI in healthcare, we see robotic surgery, we see the COVID, whether this AI is able to detect whether a person is having COVID or not. So, these are the certain things that AI has revolutionized. When we talk about COVID, we are looking for a feature called ground glass opacity. What is this ground glass opacity? Ground glass opacity is basically we are not just the COVID detection, the artificial intelligence has revolutionized the way people identify cancer. Whether if a nodule is cancer or not, how do we detect? We detect it by what are the traditional way of detecting if a nodule is cancer or not? People do biopsy, and then they we wait for the results to see if it is cancer or not. But now things are so different because the we can train the artificial intelligence based network to see if a particular node is cancerous or not. So these are the various applications where AI has revolutionized. And here I am putting forward a small app which is called Aave, and which uses GUI to detect if it is what is wrong in our body part. So the person says ki I am having stomachache or abdominal pain. So the app, it asks you to click on the part where you are having abdominal pain. So based on the parts that you click and based on the multiple questions this Away app asks you, it can rank what your disease is. Sometimes it is nothing but just gas, but somehow this is what AI is. It is, so we have to depend on choosing what is what. So now what is this brain of Aave? This is what is the brain of Aave. And this is so wonderful. It is almost similar to as human brain. I had shown this pictures initially. I had said that this is what is hidden layer is and how complex we make the hidden layers that determines how complex our algorithm is. And look at the brain of this algorithm Aave. very, very complex. So many nodes, so many interconnections, so much learning. This is another example where machine learning can do wonder. Now, what it has been done is that several people they had they were MRI was done on several people, and the machine was trained in such a way so as to predict which of these people will be developing osteoarthritis in the future. So this is a very important question for, or very important point that which should be noted, because most of us suffer from osteoarthritis, and what wonder it will be if we can know beforehand if we will be suffering from that. So only very, very trained expert can predict if you will be having osteoarthritis or not. And let's see what our this app has done for us. So Awe app, it is able to give that this group of people will be having osteoarthritis. So this is a very revolutionary step for us. So this is just one joke where the AI app says that good news, you're perfectly healthy, but the my algorithm tells you that you will be dead in the coming few in few days. So you don't know if the algorithm AI algorithm is well trained, then probably the person will die within few days. Now I will share this image where Dr. Bakshi is also there, most probably. So this is from our work where we are trying to use artificial intelligence for communication in underwater environment. So we have developed certain hardware. So as you can see, this is what is the underwater environment is. We can have fishes, we can have drones, we can have other nodes, and it is a very complicated job to identify which is what or how the communication between these nodes can be done. So this is what we are doing. And another application that I would like to demonstrate here is, so another work that we were doing by using the artificial intelligence is that in underground mines. In underground mines, as you have, as some of you may guess that it is in underground coal mines. Our job was there. Many of us have the experience that when we go into the basement of a shopping mall, we do not get telephone signals. And now when we are talking of underground coal mines, it is basically small tunnel of black, pitch black everywhere under the ground, probably 15 stories, 20 stories under the ground. So naturally, there will be no GPS signal, no cell phone connection, etc. So under these circumstances, how do a miner navigate? That is what we had done using an AI algorithm. I have just got one small hardware over here where we have developed this hardware. So some hardware we had developed, and we had equipped the miner with a helmet where the so the miner will be getting the position. Miner will be having a helmet where it can estimate its position based on the coordinates it is or the values it is receiving. I like to share my screen. So as you can see, this is one zone of a mine, and this is what our light is doing. It is It is bringing this as a circle, and we have so this is what the inside the coal field looks like, and our device has been kept over here. And based on this device and the algorithms we have developed, we are trying to use artificial intelligence to help the miner navigate inside the mines. So I think I will stop my presentation over here, or I can continue.
You can continue, madam.
Okay, okay. So, so what we can see is that AI, it has revolutionized our life. And I have, there are many research scholars also here. So for them, how do we use AI for our literature survey? This is one question that we keep on asking ourselves. Okay, how do I do a better research literature survey based on AI? And AI has got numerous tools, numerous portals which we can use to make use of do literature survey. So literature survey makes use of various factors like which paper to read. Everything can be summarized based on the semantic scholar, and the papers that we are reading. If we want to quickly summarize it, we can make use of the tools called dimensions. And there's Stanford website which can write a report for us, and how we are thinking, we are thinking, how to link various papers, etc. It can be done with the AI map maker. Litmap also does the same job. Now there are multiple papers that we are reading, and how do I grasp what is in that paper? I will take the help of explain paper to understand the paper. And when it comes to writing, there are various AI-based softwares that is highly easily available. Grammarly, Quillbot, ProWriting Aid, etc. Quillbot is mainly used. I have seen students using it for paraphrasing, and Grammarly is used for paraphrasing and also for grammar correction. Now, writing a paper, a thesis, or any job, the worst job is how to arrange the bibliography. Zotero, EndNote, Mendeley, they all come to the rescue. And now how to write the paper. Write the paper, contents, ChatGPT. Or, okay, fine, I have multiple collaborators, or I am working in my home PC. I don't want to carry it in my pen drive. I don't want to mail it, but I want to access this document at my office. What do? I will be writing or creating the document using Google Doc. I will be sharing this Google Doc link with my collaborators who are outside and can take help of this. Overleaf is another online sharing tool where the output is in PDF. We use it for LaTeX. Google Doc is for doc files, and this is for LaTeX files. After doing everything, when we send a paper, and it might get rejected because of plagiarism. How to take care of those plagiarism? The tools Turnitin, Grammarly, etc. They are plagiarism checker. So now this AI Turnitin has got a great feature where it can identify plagiarism, and also the newest version of Turnitin gives you how much percentage of the paper has been AI generated or how much paraphrasing has been done by AI. Many journal houses like Springer, Elsevier, etc., they allow this AI content to be there, AI generated text content to be there, but we need to disclose them. Many publishing houses, they allow, but as of now, no publishing houses allows you to give credit to these AI tools for writing paper. That is, AI tools cannot be your co-author. You can take help of AI tools to write your paper, but you cannot give credit to them as co-author as of now. But definitely whatever we are using, we have to be very careful about the challenges it is presenting. That is the data quality dependency. The quality of data that these AI tools generate, they may not be always accurate. Or another pitfall of the training, testing, or data that we had discussed earlier, that is there is a problem called overfitting. Or again, there can be problems of class imbalance. That is, if suppose I have 5,000 images of cat and only 1,000 images of dog, then if I train the network with 5,000 images of cat and 1,000 images of dog, the problem that I will be facing is that I will be having a class imbalance problem. That is 5 is to 1 times it is more inclined to identify a test picture as cat, because the balance of the original thing is not proper, original set. And then we have to have sufficient images so that the machine learns. So these are the certain pitfalls that we should be aware. These are the certain limitations of AI. And of course, there are various ethical concerns of using artificial intelligence in today's life. That is, whether we are eating into the privacy of other people, how we are maintaining the data privacy, and how are we representing the facts. Are we misrepresenting using AI? Then it is, suppose we are unknowingly we are forwarding a fake news with WhatsApp. So the fake news someone has generated with AI or whatever, or even if we forward it with WhatsApp, basically that is what is the negative or the bad use of AI that we are doing. Having said everything, I will just say that AI, artificial intelligence, has revolutionized today's world, but how we use AI, that is on us, and I'm sure we need to use AI responsibly. With this, I conclude today's talk. Thank you.